What if I told you the things destroying your brain right now are not drugs, not alcohol, not anything extreme? They're the small, normal, everyday habits you don't even think twice about. Habits that feel completely harmless, but behind the scenes, they are slowly stealing your focus, draining your confidence, and flattening your happiness. And here's the terrifying part. You don't feel it happening until it's already done. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 completely normal things you do every day that are quietly rewiring your brain in the wrong direction, and exactly what to do about each one. Stay for habit number 6. It's the most dangerous one, and it's the reason most people stay exactly where they are for years. Let's get into it. The truth. Here's something most people don't realize. Your brain is not fixed. It's not set in stone. It's more like clay. Soft, moldable, always changing. Every thought you repeat, every habit you practice, every piece of content you consume, all of it is shaping your brain right now in this moment. The question isn't whether your brain is being rewired. The question is, who's doing the rewiring? Let's find out what's working against you. Habit 01. Constant phone scrolling. You pick up your phone for just 1 minute. 30 minutes later, you're still there. Short videos, endless feeds, quick dopamine hits, one after another. It feels relaxing, but your brain is paying a hidden price. Every time you scroll, you're training your brain to expect instant rewards. So when it's time to sit down and do something that actually matters, study, work, create, your brain immediately says, "This is boring. I need stimulation," and you give up. Not because you're lazy, because your brain has been conditioned to quit anything that doesn't reward it immediately. The fix? Set a hard stop. Use your phone with intention, not out of boredom. Habit 2. Overthinking everything. You replay that conversation from 3 days ago. You imagine the worst possible outcome before anything has even happened. You analyze, reanalyze, then analyze again. Here's what nobody tells you about overthinking. It's not just annoying, it's training. Every time you spiral into a worst-case scenario, you're strengthening the neural pathways for anxiety and fear. You're literally making your brain better at being negative. The result? Constant mental exhaustion. Not from doing too much, from thinking too much. When you notice the spiral starting, interrupt it. Ask yourself, is this thought useful right now? If not, redirect. Habit 3. Negative self-talk. Pay close attention to what your inner voice says all day. I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. I'm not the kind of person who succeeds. These thoughts feel like honest reflections, but they're not. They're repeated programming. Your brain doesn't filter what's true. It records what's repeated. Say something to yourself enough times, and your brain accepts it as fact, builds an identity around it, makes decisions based on it. That's not low self-esteem. That's neuroscience. Start catching these thoughts, not by ignoring them, but by questioning them. Is this actually true, or just a story I keep telling myself? Habit 4. Consuming negative content. Every day you're feeding your brain a diet. Drama, fear, outrage, comparison. Toxic opinions disguised as entertainment. And your brain absorbs all of it, whether you consciously agree with it or not. Research shows that what you regularly consume shapes your baseline emotional state. A steady diet of negative content rewires your brain to scan for threats, problems, and reasons to be anxious. You become what you consume. Not just in opinions, in mood, in energy, in how you see the world. Audit your content. Cut what makes you feel worse after watching. Replace even 20% of it with something that builds you up. Habit 5. Avoiding discomfort. That difficult conversation you keep postponing. That new skill you keep meaning to start. That scary decision you've been avoiding for months. Every time you avoid discomfort, it feels like relief. But your brain is recording something else entirely. This is too hard. Retreat. Over time, your brain lowers its threshold for what feels too difficult. Smaller and smaller challenges start triggering the avoidance response, and your confidence, quietly, invisibly, begins to shrink. Growth only lives on the other side of discomfort. The brain that faces hard things gets stronger. The brain that avoids them gets weaker. Pick one uncomfortable thing this week. Do it before you feel ready. Habit 6. Doing nothing, the silent killer. This is the one I warned you about. Not laziness, not procrastination, something deeper. It's the pattern of thinking, scrolling, planning, but never actually starting. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start when I feel ready. I just need a bit more time. Here's what's really happening. Every time you choose inaction, your brain registers it. Inaction becomes your default. Your brain literally rewires itself around the habit of not starting. Days become weeks, weeks become months, and you look back wondering why nothing changed, when the answer is painfully simple. You waited instead of moved. The fix isn't motivation. It isn't willpower. It's a 2-minute rule. Whatever you want to do, start it in under 2 minutes, right now. The brain follows motion. Motion creates momentum. Momentum creates change. The good news. Here's what I want you to hear. The same brain that learned these negative patterns can unlearn them. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, works in both directions. You don't need to fix everything at once. You just need to start being intentional about what you repeat. Scroll with purpose, not out of habit. Interrupt overthinking before it spirals. Challenge the negative voice. Don't obey it. Audit what you consume every single day. Do one hard thing before choosing comfort. Start before you feel ready, every single time. Your brain is always learning. Every single day, whether you're aware of it or not, it's being shaped. The only question is, what are you teaching it? Are you feeding it distraction, fear, avoidance, and inaction? Or focus, resilience, courage, and momentum? Because your habits don't just fill your days, they build your mind, and your mind builds your life. So starting today, choose one habit from this list, just one, and change it. Because the person you become 5 years from now is being decided by what you do right now. If this opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next one.